The sky over the eastern lands of Earth turned red. It was not sunset. It was fire. 5 round spaceships fell from the clouds. They looked like white baseballs made of metal. They were burning hot from falling through the air. They did not slow down. They hit the ground hard. Boom, 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 boom. The earth shook. Trees fell over. Birds flew away screaming. Dust rose up like a giant wall. In the middle of the dust, the 5 pods sat in 5 deep craters. The metal was glowing orange. Steam hissed from the vents. The doors of the pods opened slowly. Psh! White smoke poured out. 5 figures stepped out of the smoke. They stood on the edge of the craters. They looked at the green grass. They looked at the blue sky. Then they looked at each other. Captain Ginyu stepped forward. He was purple. He had 2 black horns on his head. He was very muscular. He wore black armor with shoulder pads. He grinned. He pressed a button on his scouter. "Listen up, men," Ginyu shouted. "Lord Frieza called us. Lord Cold is waiting. We have a job to do. We need to find the magic balls. But first, we need to stretch." "Yes, Captain," the other 4 shouted. They jumped into the air. They landed in a line. They struck a pose. Rikum, a giant man with red hair and big teeth, flexed his muscles. He lifted one leg. Berta, a tall blue alien who was very fast, leaned back and spread his arms. Cheese, a red alien with long white hair, stood on one hand and kicked his legs out. Guldo, a short fat green alien with 4 eyes, crouched down and pointed his fingers. Captain Ginyu stood in the middle. He bent his knees and shouted. "The Ginyu Force," they all yelled together. Silence followed. A cricket chirped. There was no one there to see them. Just a few scared squirrels. Ginyu relaxed. "Good pose. Very good energy today, Jees. But Guldo, you're a little slow." Guldo sweated. "Sorry, Captain. My legs are short." "Enough talk," Ginyu said. "Check the scouters. Where are the balls?" Jees touched the red glass over his eye. Beep, beep. He looked at the numbers. "Captain, I pick up 2 signals. One is very close. It is holding a Dragon Ball. The other signal is far away, near the mountains. Go to the close one," Ginyu ordered. "Rikum, you take point. Bring me the ball and kill anyone holding it." Rikum cracked his knuckles. It sounded like gunshots. "Leave it to me, Captain. I need a warm-up." Rikum flew off. He flew fast. He broke the sound barrier. A white cone of air formed around him. He headed straight for the desert. In the desert, Yamcha was driving the jeep. He was tired. His eyes were red. He had been driving all night. Bulma was awake now. She was looking at the radar. "We're close, Yamcha," she said. "The last ball is just over that ridge." Yamcha nodded. "Good. I have a bad feeling, Bulma. The air feels heavy." Suddenly, the jeep stopped. It didn't run out of gas. It just hit something invisible. The front of the jeep crumpled. The windshield shattered. Yamcha and Bulma flew forward. Yamcha grabbed Bulma. He spun in the air. He landed on his feet, holding her. They slid across the sand. "Are you okay?" Yamcha asked. "I think so," Bulma said. She was shaking. "What did we hit?" They looked at the jeep. Standing in front of the wrecked car was a giant. It was Rikum. He was smiling. He had not moved an inch. The car had hit his leg and crumpled like a tin can. "Hello, little humans," Rikum said. His voice was deep and booming. "You have something I want." Yamcha stood up. He pushed Bulma behind him. He pulled out his sword. "Who are you?" Yamcha shouted. "Are you with the aliens who attacked the city?" Rikum laughed. "Aliens. I am Rikum, the greatest fighter in the universe. And yes, I am with Lord Cold. Now give me the ball." He pointed at Bulma's pocket. Yamcha gritted his teeth. Run, Bulma. What? Bulma whispered. Run, Yamcha yelled. Yamcha charged. He knew this guy was strong. He could feel it. But he had to fight. He was a bandit. But he was also a martial artist. He swung his sword. The blade hit Rikum's chest. Clang! The sword broke. The metal shattered into pieces. Rikum didn't even have a scratch. Nice toy, Rikum said. Yamcha didn't stop. He dropped the sword handle. He got into his stance. A blue aura flared around him. It was the Wolf-Fang Fist. Wolf-Fang Fist. Yamcha howled. He unleashed a flurry of punches and kicks. He hit Rikum in the face, the stomach, the legs. He moved like a blur. He put all his energy into the attack. He finished with a double palm strike to Rikum's chest. Yamcha panted. He stepped back. Did I get him? The dust cleared. Rikum was standing there. He was yawning. He patted his chest. Was that a massage? Rikum asked. It tickled. Yamcha's eyes went wide. No, impossible. Rikum grinned. My turn. Rikum disappeared. He moved so fast Yamcha couldn't see him. Then a knee hit Yamcha in the stomach. Yamcha felt his ribs crack. He coughed up blood. He flew up into the air. Rikum jumped up. He clasped his hands together. He hammered Yamcha down. Yamcha hit the sand. Boom. A crater formed. Yamcha lay there. He couldn't move. His body was broken. Yamcha! Bulma screamed. She ran to him. She fell to her knees. Yamcha, get up. Please. Rikum landed softly. He walked over. He picked up Bulma by the back of her dress. He lifted her up like a doll. You are loud, Rikum said. Let him go, Bulma cried. She hit Rikum's arm with her tiny fists. It did nothing. Rikum reached into her pocket. He pulled out the Dragon Ball. It was the 4-star ball. Found it, Rikum said. He dropped Bulma. She fell on the sand next to Yamcha. Yamcha groaned. He reached out a shaking hand to touch her. I'm sorry, Yamcha whispered. I wasn't strong enough. Rikum tapped his scouter. Captain, I have the ball. The Earthlings are dealt with. Good, Ginyu's voice said. Bring it to Lord Cold. We are meeting at the capital. Rikum looked at Yamcha and Bulma. Should I finish them? No need, Ginyu said. They are trash. Leave them to rot. Rikum laughed. He flew away. He took the ball. He left them in the desert. Bulma cried. She held Yamcha's hand. The sun beat down on them. There was no hope, no senzu beans, no magic clouds, just pain. Meanwhile, in the demon realm, the sky was black, the ground was red. This was the Blood Plains. The grass here was sharp and red like needles. Kakarot was walking. Behind him was an army. 500 demons. They wore mismatched armor. Some had spears. Some had axes. They looked tired, but their eyes were burning with fire. They believed in Kakarot. Kakarot walked in the front. He wore his leather pants and his black crystal necklace. His chest was bare. He looked strong, but inside, he was worried. He was leading these people into war. If he made a mistake, they would die. The old demon, Grizz, walked next to him. Grizz had found a rusty sword. He limped a little. General, Grizz said, we are entering the canyon soon. The twisted gorge. I see it, Kakarot said. Ahead of them, 2 giant cliffs rose up. The path went between them. It was dark inside. Fog swirled on the ground. Is there another way around? Kakarot asked. No, Grizz said. To get to the castle, we must pass through. Kakarot stopped. He sniffed the air. He smelled something sweet. It smelled like flowers. That was wrong. There were no flowers in the demon realm. Halt! Kakarot shouted. The army stopped. The demons looked confused. What is it, General? A soldier asked. It's too quiet, Kakarot said. Suddenly, A laugh echoed from the canyon walls. It was a woman's laugh. It was soft and cold. My, you have a good nose, little Saiyan. Green mist began to pour from the rocks. It covered the ground. It rose up to their knees. From the mist, a woman floated down. She was beautiful but scary. She had blue skin and long, fluffy white hair. She wore a red and black outfit that looked like a scientist's coat mixed with a wizard's robe. She held a staff with a gold ring on top. This was Towa, Dabura's sister. She was a master of dark science and magic. "Who are you?" Kakarot demanded. He got into a fighting stance. "I am Towa," she said. "I heard you killed Lord Vorg. I heard you defeated Shula. You are causing quite a mess in my brother's kingdom." "Let us pass," Kakarot said, "or I will mess you up too." Towa smiled. "So barbaric. Saiyans are just brute force. You think muscles solve everything. But here, the mind is stronger." She raised her staff. The gold ring glowed green. "Let's see how you handle your own friends." She waved the staff. A wave of green sparkles flew over the army. Kakarot watched. The sparkles touched the demons. Grizz gasped. His eyes went wide. Then his eyes turned glowing green. His face twisted. He growled. The other soldiers did the same. 500 pairs of eyes turned green. They dropped their jaws. They drooled. They looked like zombies. "Kill him," Towa whispered. The army roared. They turned toward Kakarot. Kakarot stepped back. "Grizz, what are you doing?" Grizz did not answer. He raised his rusty sword. He swung at Kakarot. Kakarot dodged. "Grizz, stop." "It's me." Grizz attacked again. He was faster now. Towa's magic made them stronger. More demons attacked. A spear flew at Kakarot's head. An axe swung at his legs. Kakarot jumped into the air. He hovered there. He looked down. His own men were trying to kill him. Towa laughed. "What will you do, General? Will you kill them? They are weak. They are slaves. Just blast them away." Kakarot looked at his hands. He could do it. One demon flash would wipe them all out. It would be easy. But he remembered the feast. He remembered Grizz telling him stories about his family. He remembered the hope in their eyes. "No," Kakarot said. He flew down. He landed in the middle of the crowd. He didn't fire a blast. He moved fast. He hit Grizz in the neck with the side of his hand. Chop. Grizz fell unconscious. He grabbed a spear from another demon. He snapped it. He punched the demon in the gut. Not hard enough to kill, but hard enough to knock the wind out of him. He was fighting 500 people without killing them. It was hard. He had to be precise. He had to control his power. Towa watched. She looked annoyed. "Why don't you kill them? It makes no sense." Kakarot ducked under a sword. He swept the legs of 3 demons. "Because they are mine," Kakarot shouted. "They chose to follow me. I don't kill my own pack." His aura flared. It wasn't just purple anymore. It was flickering. Towa frowned. "Boring. If you won't kill them, I will make it harder." She pulled a small tube from her pocket. It had purple liquid inside. She threw it on the ground. The liquid bubbled. It grew. It turned into a monster. It looked like a giant black slime with teeth. "Experimental subject 4, Towa said. "Eat him." The slime monster roared. It shot out a tentacle. It grabbed a mind-control demon and swallowed him whole. "No!" Kakarot yelled. He charged the slime monster. He punched it. Its fist went into the slime. It stuck there. The slime burned his skin. The monster pulled him in. Kakarot struggled. He couldn't get free. The slime was suffocating him. Towa floated closer. "A pity. You had potential, but you were too soft." Kakarot was trapped in the dark slime. He couldn't breathe. He felt the acid burning his chest. "Soft," he thought. "Am I soft?" He thought about Grizz. He thought about the demon the slime just ate. He got angry. Not the wild anger of the ape. This was different. This was cold anger, focused anger. He remembered the Shadow Temple, mixed the energies. He stopped fighting the slime. He let his body relax. He pulled his Kai deep inside. He took the pain and turned it into fuel. Inside the slime, a light began to shine. It was violet. It was bright. Tower stepped back. What? The slime monster started to shake. It bulged. Kakarot screamed. Ha! Ah! An explosion of energy ripped the slime apart. Bits of black goo flew everywhere. Kakarot stood there. He was glowing. His hair was standing up straighter. His muscles were pumped. His aura was a perfect mix of gold and purple. It swirled like a galaxy. He looked at Tower. His eyes were sharp. "You hurt my men," Kakarot said. His voice echoed. He vanished. He appeared in front of Tower. She gasped. She tried to raise a shield. Too slow. Kakarot punched her shield. It shattered like glass. He grabbed her staff. He crushed it in his hand. Tower flew back. She looked scared. How? How did you break my magic? I am a scion of the demon realm, Kakarot said. I eat magic for breakfast. He raised his hand. He charged a demon flash. He aimed it at her head. Tower panicked. She pulled out another device. It was a remote. You cannot kill me. I am essential to the timeline. She pressed the button. A portal opened behind her. It was a swirling vortex of time and space. She jumped in. Kakarot didn't let her go. He fired the blast. The beam hit the edge of the portal. It destabilized it. The portal grew huge. It crackled with lightning. It started to suck things in. The rocks, the dust, the unconscious demons. Kakarot grabbed Grizz and threw him behind a rock. Hold on to something, Kakarot yelled to his army. He turned to the portal. It was pulling him. He dug his boots into the ground. He looked into the portal, and he saw it. Through the swirling colors, he saw a blue sky. He saw a desert. He saw a man lying in the sand bleeding. He saw a girl crying. He saw Yamcha and Bulma. He didn't know their names, but he felt their Kai. It was weak. It was fading. And he felt something else. He felt a connection to the man. It was faint, but it was there. A warrior spirit. Then he saw the giant. Rikum was flying away in the distance. Kakarot's heart skipped a beat. That place. It looked like the pictures in his space pod. Earth. The portal was closing. Tava was gone. Kakarot had a choice. He could jump in. He could leave the demon realm. He could escape the hell he had lived in for 10 years. But he looked back. Grizz was waking up. The other demons were shaking off the mind control. They were looking at him. General, Grizz shouted, don't go. Kakarot looked at Earth one last time. He saw Bulma look up at the sky. She seemed to be looking right at him. Kakarot gritted his teeth. He couldn't leave his army. They would die without him. He turned his back on the portal. He clapped his hands together. He gathered a massive ball of energy. He threw it at the portal. Close, he yelled. The energy hit the rift. It exploded. The portal collapsed. The view of Earth vanished. The blue sky was gone. The red sky of the demon realm returned. Kakarot fell to his knees. He was exhausted. Grizz ran over. General, are you hurt? Kakarot shook his head. No, I am fine. He looked at the spot where the portal had been. I saw another world, Grizz, Kakarot whispered. A bright world. Grizz looked confused. A dream? No, Kakarot said. It was real, and someone there was in trouble. He stood up. He dusted off his pants. Toa got away, he said. But she's afraid of us. That means we are winning. He looked at his army. They were bruised. They were confused. But they were alive. Pick up your weapons, Kakarot shouted. We are still marching to the castle. Dabura is waiting. The army cheered. It was a weak cheer, but it was there. Kakarot started walking, but his mind was still on the desert. He couldn't forget the girl crying. I will find a way back, he promised himself. Once I rule this place, once I kill the king, I will find that blue world. On Earth, things were getting worse. King Cold stood in the ruins of the capital city. He had 4 Dragon Balls now. They sat in a pile at his feet. They glowed orange. Captain Ginyu landed. He posed. Lord Cold, I have brought the 5-star ball, Ginyu shouted. Excellent, King Cold said. Just 2 more. Suddenly, a small ship landed nearby. It was a Namekian ship. A green man stepped out. He wore a white turban and a cape. It was Piccolo, but not the Piccolo we know. This was the nameless Namekian, Kami, who had come down from the lookout. He had sensed the evil. He knew the earth was dying. He couldn't sit and watch anymore. Stop, Kami shouted. You cannot use the Dragon Balls for evil. King Cold looked at the old green man. And who are you? King Cold asked. I'm the creator of the Dragon Balls, Kami said. And I will deactivate them if I have to. Kami raised his hand. He prepared to blast the balls. If he destroyed them, they would turn to stone. King Cold laughed. You think you are fast enough? Before Kami could fire, a pink beam hit him in the chest. Kami gasped. He looked down. There was a hole in his chest. Dodoria stood there, smoking finger gun raised. Too slow, old man. Dodoria laughed. Kami fell. He didn't die instantly. He was a god, but he was dying. With his last breath, Kami looked at the sky. He sent a telepathic message. He didn't send it to King Kai. He didn't send it to Popo. He sent it out into the universe. A desperate plea. Anyone who can hear me, save this world. The message traveled fast. It went past the moon, past Mars. It went through the dimensions. It hit Kakarot in the demon realm like a punch in the face. Kakarot stopped walking. He grabbed his head. He heard the voice. Save this world. He looked up. His eyes burned with a new fire. He didn't know who Kami was, but he knew one thing. The demon realm was not enough anymore. He had to become stronger. He had to become a king. And then, he had to become a savior. Episode 5. End. Next time on Saiyan of the Demon Realm, Kakarot finally reaches the demon capital and confronts Dabura. The battle for the throne begins. On Earth, with Kami dead, the Dragon Balls turn to stone just before King Cold can wish. The tyrant is furious and begins to destroy the planet piece by piece. Can Kakarot find a way back before there is no Earth left to save?